What have I done? Waiting for it. Checking. Oh, there it is. Okay. It's super delayed. Okay. Okay. Let me just get some. Hmm. So this. Let me. Let me tell you the story behind this book. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. The story behind this book is that I found it through certain VTuber posted this. Certain VTuber that I follow posted this story, and I thought, wouldn't it be super funny? Wouldn't it be really funny if I read this? And then I went and found the book. I went and got the book, and I partially, just partially, kind of know it in terms of like how it goes overall. But other than that, I do not know. I do not know. I don't know. I don't know how it's. I think it. I. So I watched a clip of someone reading this, and I think it might be kind of bad actually. Now that I'm not now that I think about it, it's but I want to do it. I'm gonna read through everything or try to read through everything. If this is straight up smut, I don't know that I'm gonna actually read it, though I'm gonna try. I have a feeling this is actually straight up smut. And if that's the case, I made a mistake. I But it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. So this is a story called VTuber, and I have a feeling that the person who wrote this is a woman. The person's name is Ursula Lovelace, and I do believe that this is a pseudonym. It's never a mistake. It's always a mistake. I do believe that this is a woman. Although okay, so I read the first 5 pages of this, but I do not think that this person watches VTubers extensively and just kind of like watches streamers instead, maybe. Um, because from what I'm getting, from what I saw, from what I read, it's not very VTuber. It's more like streamer more than anything. So we'll see. We will see just how detached from reality this story is. What is that? There's a small box here. There's a box here. Can you get rid of that? Okay. So this is a short story. I think it's about 60 pages. It might take me 2 hours, maybe 3 hours, but I do want to try to read through this. I'm gonna try. Okay. VTuber. Chapter 1. Hey, why don't you find a dress to go with that sissy voice, loser? I sighed as the text box popped up in chat. For the small price of $5, user RedDevil51 had the privilege of insulting me live while I was streaming a game. I had to look at the bright side since most of my scant viewers insulted me for free. With a sigh, I spoke into the microphone. Thank you for the super chat, Red Devil. My name's Ted. Welcome to my life as an online streamer. For the uninitiated, online streamers like me played games and other activities while broadcasting themselves over the internet. Sometimes, streamers simply talk to their viewers like a real-time video blog. Viewers even had the option of donating money to help fund our activities. There were even some people who streamed for a living. Anyone could become a streamer, but not everyone would be successful. Despite what you heard about Ninja and PewDiePie, Most streamers were like me and made a few bucks at best. Like show business, you needed to be attractive, charismatic, or exceptionally good at entertaining people to make it as a streamer. Unfortunately, I don't qualify for any of that criteria. Worse yet, my viewers made fun of my voice and appearance. My natural speaking voice sounded very similar to that of a girl. I tried to bring my voice down an octave, but it always ended with me coughing up a lung. It's true, I cannot do a low voice. Then, my appearance didn't help matters. I had the lithe build of a girl as well. My facial features were soft and feminine. Viewers would insult me for my appearance whenever I streamed with my video camera on. The majority of my streams struggled to get more than 10 viewers at a time. Most of them were there to insult me before moving on. The only money I made was from donations with insulting messages, such as the one sent by Red Devil 51. It was similar to someone trying to become a professional athlete. There were millions of kids trying to enter the NBA. Most of them would not even make it to college level basketball. You need luck to avoid an injury and the skills to be better than the rest. How many people made it into the NBA? How many people burned out from injuries or from bad luck? The competition was just as fierce in the streaming world. Kids didn't want to be astronauts these days. Everyone wanted to be the next hit streamer. There were thousands of streams running each hour on the internet, but there were also just so many pairs of eyeballs to go around. It was hard to stand out when you sounded and looked like me. I'm getting self-conscious now. As for me, being a streamer was a hobby. I wanted it to become my full-time job. However, there were bills to pay and I didn't get enough money from donations to even cover my phone bill. It was good that I worked as a software engineer for a big Silicon Valley company. It paid well enough to more than compensate for my lack of success as a streamer. Better yet, the work was remote so that I could easily switch gears at home to streaming mode once I punched out for the day. Nevertheless, programming, auditing software for a Fortune 500 company wasn't my passion. I mostly played a game called Battlefort Legends. It was the most popular game in the world, so all eyeballs were watching streams featuring it. I was a fairly decent player, but I never had many viewers. Most people watched my streams to invade my game and kill me in multiplayer. Despite my lack of success, I wished I could spend my entire day just streaming. It was a fast-moving and exciting industry. Something about playing games and speaking with the chat room made me feel really happy. Every now and then I would get a good-natured viewer who would behave and compliment my stream. I wish there were way more of them. Hell, I wish I could just make money without getting insulted. Sometimes I wondered if streaming would be easier if I was a girl. Female streamers were not uncommon on streaming websites. In fact, they were some of the most famous and successful streamers in the world. The female buff. Every now and then, I would hop on a top female streamer's channel. I couldn't believe the river of donations some of them would receive from viewers. A number of them couldn't beat the game I was playing, but got thousands of views anyways. They even got endorsements for clothing and makeup from big fashion companies. Of course, their sexy looks went a long way. A few female streamers were more models than gamers. Some of them dressed provocatively with plunging necklines. There were even a few girls that exclusively streamed to promote their OnlyFans accounts. Well, it wasn't like I was in direct competition with them anyways. Their viewers just wanted to see a sexy girl. I was just some lanky guy with a weird voice. I just needed a way for people to see me for who I truly was. Nevertheless, things were getting weirder in the streaming world. A bunch of anime characters were starting to appear on streams. They played games and had video logs like regular human streamers. At first, I thought they were pre-recorded videos uploaded to the stream. But it turns out that they were being controlled by a human in real time. I didn't understand the appeal, but my eyeballs fell out of their sockets when I saw the viewer numbers they were pulling. I didn't understand how some anime shot girl I didn't understand how some anime shark girl could have hundreds of thousands of people watch her sing. It seemed I was getting competition from streamers who were not even people. You already know who that is. Regardless, my kill streak in Battleport Legends came to an end. Some guy who probably spent his entire day honing his mouse aiming skills sniped me from halfway across the map. After I received the game over screen, I glanced at the number of people watching my stream. It was 0. No one's watching the stream. There was no point in performing before an empty crowd. I decided it was time to end stream. Some streamers walked away thousands of dollars each night, like a lucky winner at a poker table. They even got endorsements and sponsorship deals like athletes and musicians. For a streamer like me, $20 was my total haul for the night. I walked into my kitchen for a late night meal. Software engineers lived off microwavable dinners, frozen pizza, TV dinners, chicken nuggets, all pretty common food. When I turned the corner, I found my roommate Charles rummaging through the fridge. Well, everyone called him Chucky. The two of us didn't have much in common, but we got along well enough. Similar to me, Chucky worked remotely with most of his work done over the internet. Unlike me, he worked as a professional animator. He used to work for a big video game company before going freelance. The man must have been reeling in money since he never missed his half of the payment and recently bought a brand new Tesla. "How did it go, Ted?" he asked, noticing me walk in. Chucky knew my streaming schedule by heart now. "Got a lot of donations from chat tonight?" "Did you have to ask?" I said with a cynical laugh. I walked beside him and pulled some chicken tenders from the freezer. I wanted to eat healthier, but I was just too depressed to cook or order out. "I'm keeping my day job, Chuck." "That bad, huh?" Chucky replied, taking out a beer bottle to go with his cup of ramen. I didn't know how a guy like him could subside on ramen every day. He made enough money to treat himself to a 5-course dinner each day. Well, if it makes you feel better, I got scammed by one of my clients. They had me work on a project for months before canceling their payments. Chucky worked as a freelance animator for clients both big and small. He was making even more money now than he did at one of the top video game developers in the country. The guy even encouraged me to leave my cushy software engineering job and I go freelance for more money. But headaches like this were why I preferred having a steady job. Sure, I had to deal with technologically challenged coworkers, but I liked knowing that a paycheck would come every 2 weeks. "That sucks," I replied. I noticed that Chucky was wearing an anime shirt. That guy was really into Japanese games and anime. His room was covered with posters of sexy anime girls. Who could have done something like this? Turns out it was a rival animator, he answered, practically yelling. It was lucky that our apartment had good soundproofing. He posed as his fake company just to keep me distracted and then stole my clients. I tell you, this industry is cutthroat. Chuck was damn good at his job. I had seen his computer animation portfolio firsthand and it was astounding. The characters he animated were shockingly fluid. The man had interned at companies like Pixar and it showed. Suddenly, I remember those anime characters that had started... Oh, I know where this is going. Suddenly, I remember those anime characters that had started channels and begun streaming. Chuck was an experienced animator. The man was also into anime. Surely he knew what was going on with those anime streamers. "Chucky, have you seen those anime characters on streaming sites?" I asked. "They're these 3D characters that sound like a real person. They've been sucking up a lot of oxygen in the streaming world." My roommate flashed a smile. "Oh, you mean a VTuber?" I blinked as if he were speaking ancient Latin. What the hell is a VTuber? Chapter 2. Chucky laughed. "Ted, have you been living under a bridge list last year? Everyone knows what a VTuber is. They're taking over the internet." I shrugged. "Well, explain to me what they are exactly. There's a real human being behind them, right?" "Yes, a real person is operating that model," he explained, adding boiling water to his ramen. "The 3D model itself is simple enough. However, the motion capture technology behind them is cutting edge. You can use motion tracking on a real person and project their facial and body language on a digital avatar." I opened up my packet of chicken tenders. They were hard as stone and would steam up if I didn't thaw them a little first. Sounds like something out of the space age. The technology behind them is simple enough to use with an iPhone, Chucky continued. Besides, I work on VTuber models practically every day. I knew it, he's a rigger. I did a double take. Wait, you make VTubers? Well, I rig and animate their models to be precise, he explained. Usually, an artist makes a concept art of what a... Oh my goodness. I know exactly where this is going. Usually, an artist makes a concept of what a VTuber wants their model to look like. Then they come to animators like me to rig the models so that they sync with the motion tracking. Done correctly, a good model will match its owner's body language, emotions, and eye movement without skipping a beat. I had to admit, this is pretty intriguing. If they're already entertainers, then why go to the trouble of creating a model? It's like a costume or persona, Chucky replied. Some want to keep anonymity, but most of these VTubers roleplay their personas. They have backgrounds and storylines like anime characters in a show. It's similar to how wrestlers act like heels on stage, but are nice guys outside. It adds to the character. Call it kayfabe. They remind me of pop stars like Taylor Swift. What? This guy's stupid. You've got the right idea, my roommate said. Although, they're more like Japanese or Korean pop idols. They have to project the proper image and represent their agency professionally. Hold on, they have agencies? Like actors and musicians? Most of the big VTubers are represented by agencies, Chucky answered. HoloOg is the biggest talent agency, straight up ripoff. HoloOg is the biggest talent agency, but they have several rivals. All of them hold auditions for new talent. It's very hard to get in, so most people go the indie route. You can still make some good scratch going solo. Plus, you don't have to split the benefits with... You don't have to split the profits with an agency. It was bewildering to me, but it seemed that there was good money in it. So, people are willing to pay animators like you to create these models? Yeah, and business has been booming, Chucky replied proudly. I've been so backlogged on VTuber work that I stopped my regular animation gigs. VTubers are willing to pay a lot of money for a good quality model. I pulled in $5,000 with my last client. I wish there were two of me so I can make twice the money. $5,000 just for rigging? Bro, rip off. It sounded like I was working in the wrong industry. I still don't get the appeal. Come on, follow me, Chucky said, gesturing to his room. I think a demonstration is in order. Just a second. I guess those chicken tenders needed some time to defrost anyways. Okay. I followed Chucky to his room. I immediately recognized how messy it was, with a bed that was never made. At least his anime figures were in pristine condition behind glass cases. Literally me. My roommate turned on his computer and took out his phone. He began fiddling with the computer software. For my hobby, I recognized it as some sort of streaming software. Suddenly, an anime girl appeared on his computer screen. She had snow white hair and wore a Japanese schoolgirl outfit. This young lady even had a deadly-looking katana for good measure. I had to admit, she looked pretty cute. I pointed at the screen. Who's that? Kasumi Luna. He answered as if she were a real person. Kasumi looked a bit lifeless, like a doll lying on a bed. I created her for the bastard who conned me. I put my heart and soul into her. It would be a shame to let her be buried. I shrugged my chin in interest. So this is a VTuber. Or at least a 3D model they would use. Now for the fun part, Chucky said, turning on his camera. His phone. He activated some app that used the phone's camera. Watch Kasumi come to life. True to his statement, Kasumi sprang into action. Her eyes moved with surprising speed and realism. Her shoulders shifted from side to side with lifelike precision. In the corner of my eye, I could see Chucky making all kinds of facial expressions. Kasumi mirrored each movement and looked without a single hitch. Whoa. Now you try, Chucky said, handing me his phone. Just look into the camera and the software will do the rest. Before I could object, the program began tracking my face. Immediately, Kasumi mirrored the look of confusion on my face. When I darted my eyes to the computer screen, she followed suit. I couldn't believe how easily she copied my movements. It felt like there was a real puppeteer behind her. Chuck, this is unreal, I said, making funny faces. Kasumi copied each look, except she looked much cuter. Yet, I couldn't help but have some concerns. What if it malfunctions? What if the phone has an error and you see my face instead of a cute anime girl? Nah, that won't happen. The phone is tracking your movements rather than taking a live video of you. If the phone stops working, Kasumi stops animating. No one will know there's a guy behind their favorite VTuber. Nah, you can tell. You can tell. You know, you can tell. Most of the time, like 90% of the time, you can tell. I can tell. I had to admit, it was pretty neat seeing Kasumi mimic my movements and mannerisms. I reluctantly handed him back the phone. Too bad it's all going to waste. It really sucks that guy scammed you. I even commissioned an artist to draw her design, Chucky sighed, rubbing his forehead. I own the copyright to Kasumi, but it seems like a pointless effort. I put a lot of work making her animate so well. I consoled him. I'm sure you'll find a use for her. Maybe put it in your portfolio or resume. There's a strange twinkle in my roommate's eye. Hold on, Ted. Maybe Kasumi can get another shot at life. Confused, I asked. Do you plan on giving her to someone else? Chucky had a devilish grin on his face. Of course! I'm gonna give it to someone. I'm giving it to you! You're joking, right? My roommate was dead serious. I've thought it over and I'm certain that Kasumi was made for you. It'll be perfect for your streams. I'm sure your view count will skyrocket. Why me? The idea was intriguing, but I couldn't imagine myself being the voice behind an anime girl. You told me that people are tripping over themselves to create an avatar and become a VTuber. Why not give it to someone who wants it? It's not that simple, Ted. These avatars are custom made for VTubers. They spend time designing the character and their backstory. I can't just dump Kasumi on someone without looking cheap. It'll hurt my reputation as an animator. With you, I know that she'll be in good hands. Hell, I'll even give you the copyright. I had to admit that he was winning me over. Okay, if I do this, what's stopping some viewer from knowing it's a guy behind that digital avatar? I already get made fun of enough as it is. You sound like a girl, Chuck said before looking apologetic. No offense, Ted. I mean, it's an asset now. No one will be able to tell it's a guy voicing Kasumi. People on the internet become complete simps for cute girls. They'll be showering you with money in no time. You're preaching to the choir on that one, I said. I knew some female streamers that received major donations because of their good looks. I wasn't sure that an anime girl would get the same extension. Then again, it sounded like VTubers were starting to take over the internet. Maybe this would give me the edge I needed to stand out. Alright, let's do this. Just give me a few lessons on operating her. As if on cue, Chucky reactivated Kasumi through his phone. He pointed the camera at me and the digital avatar sprang to life. Her face matched the excited look on mine. My roommate proudly declared, "Welcome to the internet, Kasumi Luna." So this is chapter 3 now. A lot of this is very idealized. Very idealized. Like, best possible configuration here as well. Oh man. It turned out that operating a 3D avatar was easy. Chuck installed an app on my phone that did most of the work. I just had to use the right program on my computer to use the motion capture data on my phone. This would give life to Kasumi Luna. Finally, it was just a simple matter of using video editing software to transpose her on top of my streams. I had to admit that a white-haired ninja girl made a better-looking streaming host than a lanky guy like me. Yep. The hard part was embodying my new persona. There was a bit of silly acting involved. A shark girl VTuber had to act as if she had grown up in Atlantis. A Grim Reaper VTuber lived in the unworld with the dead. Many VTubers played their role straight when talking to the chat room. I guess that was part of the appeal of the characters. Kasumi Luna's backstory was that she was a member of a group of ninjas called the Moon Clan. She had spent years training her katana skills. Her clan's rivals were the Sun Clan. She had become a streamer since the Sun Clan had gone into hiding. It was silly stuff, but apparently viewers ate up lore like this. I just remembered to stay. I had to remember to stay in character. It really helped that Chucky was familiar with the VTuber scene. You can't just appear on a stream one day out of the blue, he explained, opening a video editing program on his computer. You need an introduction video that goes over who you are and your backstory. People want to know your concept and storyline. No, they don't. No, they don't. That's the appeal of watching a VTuber. Still, it doesn't hurt to list a few hobbies. You do not need to know a VTuber's lore that's there for like the debut and you never heard about the lore ever again. I helped Chucky make an introduction video for my first stream as Kazumi. Ironically enough, many of the ninja's interests and hobbies were the exact same as mine. I wondered if people would be more interested in watching me play Battlefort Legends now that I was a girl. I made an effort to put myself in the ninja's shoes. I'd taken acting classes in college as an elective. I wasn't Daniel Day-Lewis, but I knew that understanding your character was an important part of acting. I needed to forget Ted and think of myself as Kazumi. Yes, I need to think of myself as a cute anime ninja girl. Strangely enough, it came pretty easily to me. I felt more confident pretending to be Kasumi than I ever did as Ted. My posture started to change with me, no longer hunching over the keyboard. I now had the poise and carriage of a ninja. It's not that easy. It was even starting to affect my in-game performance. I did a few test runs of Battlefort Legends. It would be the main game for Kasumi. I needed to be halfway decent at it if I wanted to stream it regularly. Not really. Unfortunately, I had never worn... Wait, it's League of Legends. Oh my goodness. His main game is League of Legends. Your Honor, League of Legends. Unfortunately, I had never won a ranked game in my life, despite playing it for years. Skill issue. To my shock, I found myself landing kills with ease. I was landing headshots like a Navy SEAL sharpshooter. I chalked it up to the excitement of debuting as Kazumi. Eventually, I got my first victory after limiting the other players. I truly was a deadly ninja. One of the other players even accused me of hacking before he got booted off the server. Chucky even got me to create a Twitter account for Kazumi before her debut. It was supposed to be an easy way for me to update people and notify them of my streaming schedule. I thought it was pretty silly to have a social media for a person that doesn't even exist. Besides, who would want to follow an anime ninja girl on Twitter? Well, it turns out that thousands and thousands of people decided to follow Kazumi. I watched in shock as the follower count went to the 5 digits. Yo, 5U. I couldn't believe she had gone viral before even debuting. One follower wondered if I belonged to a big agency like Holo AUG. I didn't know whether to be excited or mortified for my debut, but Chucky thought this was good news. A lot of it had to do with Kasumi's design. People loved the white-haired ninja girl's look. It was just the right mix of cute and sexy. Countless fan art of her appeared on social media. That's not how it works. I even had to create an official art tag for my Twitter fan art. I asked Chucky, how does Loonart sound? Catchy, my roommate said with approval. Just make sure to trademark Kasumi's look. The design is a hit and we don't need copycats. I felt a little guilty since Chucky and the artist he hired had done the design work. I was just a lucky idiot who was in the cockpit. I felt the need. VTubers are mecha pilots. It's funny, but it's true. I was just a lucky idiot who was in the cockpit. I felt the need to prove that I was worthy of being Kasumi Luna. None of this, regardless, none of this mattered if I couldn't nail my performance. One slip up and Kasumi could go from the it girl to a laughingstock. I needed to slip into this 3D model as if she were a second skin. I spent hours practicing my voice and verbal tics. It helped that my natural speaking voice had a high register. I put in more confidence and playfulness in the words whenever I spoke. One time, I listened to the voice on playback and I was shocked at how it sounded. Sure, it was still my voice, but there was a sexy edge to it. No one would be able to tell that it belonged to Ted, the bottom-ranked Battlefort Legends player. Finally, it was the moment of truth. I had announced the date of Kasumi's debut stream on social media. The VTuber world was abuzz about this mysterious new performer who did not belong to a major agency. It was time to prove it was not a fluke. Chucky had bug tested the hell out of my setup so that there would not be any technical issues. We got a phone stand to point my cameras at my face. The streaming software would do the rest. I gingerly prepared my microphone with an eye towards the view count. Do not look at the view counts. As Ted, I was lucky to beat double digits. My dream was to have 1,000 viewers at a time. Now, over 10,000 people were waiting to see Kasumi have her first stream. 10,000. Okay, it looks like everything is in order, Chucky said, sounding like an air traffic controller before takeoff. Are you up for this, Ted? I couldn't hide the stage fright on my face. It's now or never. The countdown for the stream began. When it finished, the introduction video we had prepared would play. Then, it was all up to me to keep the viewers entertained. I guess that's my cue to leave, Chucky laughed. I'll be quiet as a mouse. Just text me when the stream is done. I smiled at my roommate. Whatever happens, thanks for helping me with this. I made Kasumi, so I feel a little responsible for her success, Chucky said with a smile. Good luck, Ted. Or should I say, Kasumi. The man closed the door and left me alone before my streaming setup. I placed a hand on my microphone as the countdown neared 0. It was time. Okay, here goes nothing. Bro, I'm getting so nervous. I'm getting so nervous for this guy's debut now. I'm getting flashbacks to my debut. I just had an idea. We're gonna take a small break, and I'm gonna put on my heart rate monitor, yeah? Because I can feel my heartbeat accelerating really, really quickly. So I'm gonna small break and see if I can put this on. Alright, where is it now? Where did I put it? I lost it. It's here somewhere. Hold on. Please hold. My goodness. I cleaned my room and I instantly lost it. I don't remember where I put it. Where did I put it? Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm kind of just like stalling right now because I'm nervous for this man's debut right now. I'm getting secondhand nerves from his thing. I can't find it. Faster. Faster. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Okay, I found it. Okay, well, now we just put the battery in. Put this in here. Attach it. It's upside down. It wasn't upside down. Okay. The heart rate. Okay. Let's see. My phone is fine. I think there's something else I need to do. Anyways. Okay. Here it is. Nikki's an empath? Maybe? I used to not really be able to relate to people, but I feel like maybe I have changed. Just like Shane Dawson. Who? Literally who? I don't care about 3D V2 or 3D flesh streamers. Okay, let me connect this so that there's something, right? Browser, I think it was. There it is. Okay. So it should appear in the corner of the screen, but I need to make sure that it opens up first. So that one is B. Okay. Alright. Are you ready? This man's about to debut. Connect. Disconnect. Come over here and connect. Now it says connecting. It's not connecting? Oh, there it is. 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 Alright. I don't know why I have two. Alright, we'll just kill that one then. And then put this one up on here, yeah? There you go. Alright, let's do it. Debut time to debut. Okay. Chapter 4. My heart thundered as the introduction video played. I watched breathlessly as it narrated my backstory. My mind is a mess and I barely paid attention to the ninja lore it chronicled. Weeks of preparation had led up to this moment. Despite my jitters, I had felt strangely confident as Kasumi. It felt like a fresh start for me. I now had an opportunity for people to judge me for who I was. After the debut video finished playing, I began to speak with every bit of courage I could muster. It's for the content. It's for the content. Hold on. It's for the content. You know what? I need alcohol. Please hold. I need alcohol for this. Give me a second. I can feel my heart beating out of my chest right now. This man is making me so nervous right now. I need more rum. I need to calm down. This is probably a bad idea. Okay, two shots. Just a second. What's that? Salud. Alright. I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. Alright. Here we go. It's for the content, shut up. Oh, which, I think it was this one? Was it this one? There it is. Okay. There you go. Hello everyone, this is Kasumi Luna. Welcome to my stream. Before I could barely finish my sentence, I saw a donation flash on the screen. I love your design, Kasumi. Underneath the message was a donation amount, $10. I barely processed what I was seeing before another donation whizzed by. I like your voice, wow. Do you sing? $20. Whoa, you like Battlefort Legends too? It's my favorite game. Let's play together. $50. I almost wanted to cry. Even Kasumi's avatar began to mimic the look on my face. For over a year, I had been spat upon as Ted. I had been the butt of the countless insults. Despite my hopes of making it big as a streamer, I always felt that I didn't have the talent to be an entertainer. I need more drink. Now, total strangers were showering me with money even before they knew me. Better yet, each donation had praise rather than an insult. Where's my shot glass? I can't read then drink. Within minutes, I had made more money as Kasumi Luna than I had ever did as myself throughout my streaming career. It took me a moment.
OMG.
It's the immersion. I'm too immersed. I'm too immersed in this story. I need a drink. I can't. I'm getting too immersed in this story. That's 3 shots. I'm 3 shots in. OMG. Thank you, Chloe. It took me a moment for me to collect myself before I continued. Okay. Thanks for the donations. Let me tell you about my hobbies. I listed off all the nerdy hobbies I enjoyed as Ted, such as model building. I showed a video of the model car I was building. I had cropped the photos so it wouldn't be easy to identify who he belonged to. I figured it was better than Kasumi's hobbies and interests matched my own since I was already an expert in these fields. I planned on making streams about model building in the future. Nonetheless, I was afraid that my hobbies were too nerdy. However, my viewers ate it all up. Chat thought this was the coolest hobby ever. They asked for recommendations and which starter kits to buy. Someone in chat said model kit for a car I showed on screen had sold out. Oh well, it was almost sad to move on to the main event. You're playing a game on your debut? Okay, sure, Western streamer. Which way, Western streamer? I loaded up Battlefield Legends, and I had made sure to create a new account specifically for Kasumi Luna. I wanted to scrub every mention of Ted from my stream. It was the only way to break the connection to my old streaming career. Soon, I entered a ranked match and began playing. I was worried that I would get nervous and killed within 5 minutes of playing. As Ted, I had nightmares about being stream sniped by my haters. To my shock, I did surprisingly well this session. My crosshairs were on point as I got a string of headshots. It wasn't just the past few days of practice. I had a newfound confidence in my abilities as Kasumi. I was a killer ninja and I played like one. The chat went absolutely crazy at everything I did. When I killed some newbie player, the viewers thought I was some mouse and keyboard god. Whenever I bunkered down and played safe, they praised my tactical brilliance. Better yet, they were willing to splash a little cash in my direction. Wow, great headshot, you should play professionally. $20. Will you teach me how to play, Kasumi? I'll pay for lessons. $50. Imagine. You would think I was playing in the World Championship Finals instead of a beginner-level ranked match. Nevertheless, I feel like I had won the prize pool. With each passing minute, the money piled up faster than my kill count. I took out my opponents like clockwork. Finally, it was down to me and one other player. This guy wasn't a newbie like the others. He was cautious and knew not to overextend in a firefight. I would need every bit of skill and wits to defeat him. The old Ted would have been impatient. He would have telegraphed his moves. Panic would have overwhelmed him. He would be like a lamb to the slaughter. But Kasumi was a stone-cold killer ninja. She knew how to play methodically. I felt a sense of calmness despite this tense cat-and-mouse game. I knew I was the apex predator on this server. I wasn't going to let my opponent get the better of me on my debut stream. I just had to wait for him to make a mistake and then pounce on him. I entered a zen-like state. I was no longer Ted role-playing as some anime character. The barriers between my body and that of Kasumi seemed to melt away. I felt like a real ninja with my heightened awareness. Suddenly, I saw movement on the screen. My opponent had fallen into a trap. Wait, I just realized. Okay, we're good. My opponent had fallen into a trap. I hovered my cursor over his head and clicked my mouse. Bang! He was dead. I had won. The chat exploded in hysterics. I could barely keep up with them. In celebration of my victory, viewers began donating more and more money. Dollar signs just whizzed past my screen. I'd probably made more money this night than I did last week for my real job. I reminded myself to plan a future stream just to thank everyone who donated. It's not real. This is not real. This would never happen. Unfortunately, it was time to end the stream. Even if I wanted to continue, I was utterly exhausted. I couldn't believe I had streamed for hours without collapsing. A few viewers kept sending donations until closing time. I had to tell them to save their money. There'd be plenty of streams in the future. Nonetheless, I appreciated their generosity. However, one donation in particular caught my eye. You're such a lovely girl, Kasumi. I hope to meet you one day. $1,000. Never. That would never happen. That would never happen. It came from a viewer named Blue Vincent. This guy was a high roller. You call him oil barons. You don't just give $1,000 donations to any streamer. Streamers only got them from their most fanatical viewers. The streaming service even gave them a special effect when they appeared on stream. I flashed a smile and Kasumi mirrored my grin. Thank you for the compliment, Blue Vincent. I really wanted to say thank you for the gold, guys, stranger. I shut down the stream with that stupid smile still on my face. The final tally for the stream was a small fortune. If I kept this up, then I would have to get incorporated and properly file the taxes for Kasumi Luna. A girl could get used to this treatment. Chapter 5. Kasumi's viewer count rose higher and higher each subsequent stream. Gone were the days of struggling to hit double-digit viewership. Now, enough people watched me to fill up a football stadium. Again, this is kind of unrealistic. For that matter, my fortunes rose as well. My viewers rained money on me every time I went live. Before I could even speak, people would donate thousands of dollars. I was bringing in more money as Kasumi than my actual day job as a software engineer. The ninja became an instant internet sensation. There were countless videos and articles about the mysterious ninja VTuber. Most VTubers relied on a big agency like Hololive to get big. Should I just say Hololive? I had more fan art than I knew what to do with it. I tried to share some on streams, but there were just so many great pieces to choose from. I wish he fell off. Same. He's gonna fall off. He's gonna fall off hard. Cosplayers were starting to dress up as my character already? Some models with OnlyFans accounts even sent me sexy photos of themselves dressed up as Kasumi. Well, that wasn't something I was going to draw on stream, at the risk of being demonetized. He's already monetized? Wait. I just realized something. I don't think you can get monetized before debut, right? Because you need to have a certain amount of watch hours. Kind of dyslexic. Well, he's gonna get got. I thought about quitting my day job and streaming as Kasumi full time. I was addicted to being this cute anime girl. My gaming streams had increased. My gaming skills had increased. I spoke with more confidence both on and off stream. I even started to act a bit feminine when streaming. I grew out my hair and wore softer, more colorful clothing on the transformation. At first, I thought of it as a way to get more into character. However, I ended up enjoying taking on a more feminine demeanor and literally letting my hair down. More importantly, I was happier than I ever had been before in my life. It's getting to his head. It's going to his head. Nonetheless, the more reasonable side of me decided to continue being a software engineer during the day. I didn't know how long this VTuber career would last. I worried that someone would see me through my new look and cover Ted the loser. Still, I needed to treat Kasumi Luna like the entertainer that she was. This VTuber was really in the books, and the US government wanted a piece of it. I didn't want poor Kasumi to end up in digital prison for tax evasion. Thankfully, Chucky was there to guide me through the paperwork. He worked as a freelancer and knew how to create his own company. More importantly, my roommate knew how to incorporate a business and protect his name. Soon, Lunar Ninja Productions was born. It was admittedly a bit of a cheesy name, but it provided a bit of distance between Ted and Kasumi Luna. I gave people the impression that Kasumi's voice actress was an employee of a new company. This company allowed me to merchandise Kasumi's image. A few weeks after I debuted, knockoff merchandise of Kasumi appeared on online stores. I didn't mind fan art, but selling travel mugs with a ninja's face on it was a step too far. I was able to trademark Kasumi Luna and start creating some official merchandise. I thought I would start small and sell t-shirts. When I posted a link on stream, they were all sold out within a minute. I didn't even get to finish telling them about the shipping details. T-shirts, hats, and keychains, they were all on back order for months. A few companies even approached me with sponsorship deals. It's true. I've been approached by Raid Shadow Legends. As Ted, that part is realistic. As Ted, I would have jumped on the opportunity to have a big brand endorse me. Now, I felt more content to only pick companies that fit my image. For example, I signed up with a kitchen knife maker since Kasumi wanted to utilize her katana skills for home cooking. Eventually, the biggest VTuber agency, Hololive, approached me about auditioning for them. Yeah, right. Joining them would mean I would enter the big leagues. I would even get a salary, profit sharing, and full 401k matching. You're funny. However, it also meant leaving Kasumi behind. Hololive had the performers use completely in-house avatars. I had gotten so attached to my digital avatar, it would be tearing off my own skin. In the end, I politely declined and continued streaming as Kasumi. Bro, this man turned down Hololive. This man turned down Hololive. As the months passed, the white-haired ninja got more and more popular. The donations I received increased with the size of my audience. I was going to end up jumping a few tax brackets when it came to filing my taxes. I was seriously considering leaving my job and streaming full-time. One day, Chucky mentioned in passing that there was an upcoming convention called HoloCon coming to my area. It was going to celebrate VTubers with several indie performers hosting panels. Yo, off guy. Despite its names, it had no relation to Hololive. Personally, I wasn't the type of guy to go to conventions. In any case, the organizers wanted me to— oh no. This is where the SEGS is gonna happen. In any case, the organizers had invited me to attend and even host a panel. It was a nice gesture, but I knew it would never happen. I couldn't risk people finding out who the voice behind Kasumi really was. Things got a bit complicated when I got a surprise call from the streaming website I used. My heart skipped a beat when I recognized the number. Hello? There was a brief pause before the man spoke on the other line. Hi, is this Lunar Ninja Productions? My heart went off like a snare drum at a parade. I feared that they had uncovered the fact that Kasumi had been voiced by me. I wonder if I had broken some special rule by pretending to be a female streamer. Not really. Yes, I work with Luna Ninja's business relations team, I replied. Well, it wasn't a complete lie. I did handle business inquiries. I did also do marketing, technical support, and balance the books. How can I help? Hi, I work in Reflex Interactive Streaming's auditing department, he said cheerily. I just have a few questions to ask you. Auditing department? That didn't sound good. Sure. Go ahead. There's a brief pause. Wait a minute. That voice. Do you voice Kasumi? Yes. Oh, my name's Greg and I'm a huge fan. In my mind, I could just see him jumping up in joy. Sorry, that's a bit unprofessional. I'm just here to solve this case. I didn't think I would actually meet you. I calmed down and giggled in relief. Hello, Greg. It's good to hear from a fan. Now what's this about? Well, our system detected a large donation from one of your fans during off-stream hours. There was a hard limit to what a viewer could donate while a stream was live. However, they could donate as much as they wanted directly to the streamer in private donations. The amount tripped one of our systems and we had to block it, unfortunately. There's a certain limits to donations due to money... The amount tripped one of our systems and we had to block it, unfortunately. There are certain limits to donations due to money laundering laws. I like the sound of large donation in his explanation. At the very least, the problem was with the fan rather than me. Do you know who it came from? I can't tell you his real name, but he goes by the username Blue Vincent on our website. I knew Blue Vincent was my biggest fan. Well, he was the one who donated the most money out of any viewer. It seemed like he wanted to give me even more. He has a sterling record of conduct, but our management vetoed the transaction. It was just too big. How big are we talking? I don't have the exact number, but it was flagged immediately to the amount. My ear perked up at that. And Blue Vincent was a generous donator, but this was something else. The man must have spent his entire nest egg on Kasumi. Nonetheless, I sighed at the lost fortune. So I guess I won't be getting it, Greg replied. I really shouldn't suggest this, Kasumi, but you can reach out to Blue Vincent in private. Maybe the two of you can work something out. Work something out? Try to see if you can get a private bank-to-bank transfer. Look at it this way, a private transfer won't have Reflex Interactive tickets cut. You'll make all the profits. The money's going to his head! Yeah, no! Oh no! No! I couldn't argue with his logic. Reflex had their tariff on every transaction made on their website. Thanks, I'll keep it in mind. Let me forward you Blue Vincent's email address, Greg said, typing on his keyboard. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I'm sorry. There, that should take care of this case. I'll see you at the stream tonight, Kasumi. Thanks for your help, Greg. A few moments later, I got Blue Vincent's email. It turned out his real name was Vincent as well. I saw that his email domain belonged to a big corporate company named Leon Financial. Google told me it was a venture capital investment company. I wondered how his boss would react to one of their employees using their business email to donate to an anime girl. I began to draft up an email to Blue Vincent. I explained to him the situation with... Oh my god, I know where this is going. I explained to him the situation with Reflex Interactive and thanked him for his generosity. As much as I wanted the payment, I felt compelled to tell him to keep it. I already had enough for the man. Besides, just how much was he willing to donate? Chapter 6. $250,000. I blinked in disbelief when I saw that figure in Vincent's reply. I read the message over and over again. $250,000. $250,000. Vincent Leon, which was his real name, wanted to give me $250,000 as a show of gratitude towards Kasumi. This man certainly had the cash to spare. It didn't just work for Leon Financial, one of the top venture capitalists in the world. He owned it. I couldn't believe that this billionaire CEO was interested in me. Well, he was more interested in my alter ego. Nevertheless, Vincent wanted to skip the middleman and directly give Kasumi the money, nearly free of charge. To make sure he got to the right person, Vincent had asked for the voice actress behind Kasumi Luna to meet him in person at the upcoming Holocon. He even wanted to treat her out for dinner. Better yet, Kasumi's voice actress should come dressed as a character for the convention. It sounded all very romantic, except for one problem. Me. It would be business suicide for me to meet him in person. A hot girl with a sexy feminine voice wasn't going to be the one to meet him. He would know that I had been Kasumi this whole time. It would destroy the ninja's image if word spread out about her identity. I mulled over what to say to him. I'd be lying if I said I didn't want the money, but the risk was too great. I needed to protect my identity and Kasumi's reputation. Suddenly, I heard a knock at my door. Hey Ted, Chucky greeted. His eyes turned narrow when he saw the gloomy expression on my face. You look a little blue, what's wrong? I explained my dilemma to my roommate. I didn't know what Chucky could do to help, but it was nice to have someone to unload this quandary on. That's the issue, Chucky. The money would be nice, but I can't risk exposing myself. It would be the end of Kasumi. It's better if I just keep my head down and continue streaming. It's not like I'm going broke. Chucky whistled. It looks like you've got a rich admirer. At least we know he's not some psychotic serial killer. Couldn't hurt to meet in person. I shook my head. No. Kasumi has a billionaire pining after her, not Ted. He still seems interested in the human behind the avatar, my roommate replied. Vincent wants to take you out to a romantic dinner. He even wants you to dress up as Kasumi. Maybe he plans on having an equally romantic night in the hotel room. I rolled my eyes. It's not like I can dress up as Kasumi and waltz off with the money. I think it is. Chucky was about to fire off a witty comeback before he paused for a second. There was a strange glint in his eye. Finally, he broke his silence. Ted, there's no reason why you can't meet up with Vincent and happily walk away with the money. Yo, he's ego maxing. I arched an eyebrow. I already explained it to you, Chucky. He expects to see a sexy girl dressed up as Kasumi. He smiled. Then we just give him what he wants. We give him Kasumi. I looked at him like he had two heads. Not making sense. If he wants Kasumi, then we'll give him the full package. Ted, you just need to dress up like Kasumi and meet him at the convention. It's that simple. I nearly fell out of my chair. Chucky, that's insane. Hear me out, he said, raising his palms in defense. You already have Kasumi's voice. Hell, you probably know her verbal tics better than your own. And don't take this the wrong way, but you have a girlish build to begin with. I've helped my sister do cosplay in the past. With a bit of work, we can have you dressed up as a woman. He really did. Better yet, we'll make you into the spitting image of the ninja herself. I had to admit, Chucky was spitting facts. Over the past few months, I had become more comfortable as Kasumi than I was as Ted. The happiest moments of my life were when I was streaming as the cute ninja girl. I'd adopted her soft voice and mannerisms even when I wasn't streaming. She was starting to feel less like an avatar and more like a second skin. However, becoming Kasumi in the real world seemed like a leap of faith. I don't know how to be a woman. But you do know how to be Kasumi, he fired back. My roommate had a point. I had spent months perfecting my character. I just had to bring her out into the real world. Ted, I've noticed a change in you ever since you started being a VTuber. Sometimes I overhear you speaking and I think it's Kasumi instead of you. If you can fool me, then you can fool Vincent. You just need to look the match. You just need the look to match the voice. It was a foolish scheme, but it was starting to win me over. With a bit of practice, the money could be as good as mine. Besides, something was alluring about physically transforming my body into Kasumi. I'm not exactly an expert on dressing up as a woman. I don't even know how to do makeup. Thankfully, I do, Chucky said proudly. When he saw the bewildered look on my face, he elaborated further. My sister's really into cosplay. You know, dressing up as anime or video game characters and going to conventions. I helped her with getting dressed and putting on makeup. I picked up a thing or two. The plan was starting to come together. Are you sure I'll be able to pass as a woman? Don't sell yourself short, my roommate said confidently. You brush up on your feminine side. Let me take care of the dress, wig, and makeup. I didn't even think about a wig. He was completely serious about this. But I couldn't help but ask him, Chucky, I appreciate the help, but why are you doing this? Chucky smiled. I created Kasumi Luna so that someone could use her. I had big dreams of her becoming a superstar on the internet. I felt sad when it turned out to be a scammer. I had given up hope until I saw you succeed as her. I guess you can chalk it up to a father wanting his kid to succeed. I smiled back. Hopefully, we can pull it off. Oh, it'll work. Now, let's order a dress. Oh man. Women writing. Okay. Chapter 7. With our plan decided, I told Vincent that I would meet him in person. The billionaire was overjoyed to finally meet his idol. He even reserved a table at a fancy restaurant near the convention. Speaking of which, Holocon's date only gave us a couple of weeks of separation. Should I just say Afkai? While I continued to stream at night, I used my vacation days from my software engineering job to get ready. I hadn't taken a vacation since I started streaming as Kasumi. I figured This was as good as... I figured this was... I can't read. I figured this was as good a use for them as anything else. I couldn't wait to save my money and quit my job. My day job was becoming unbearable. I hated fixing bugs and attending boring meetings. I couldn't wait for my shift to end so that I could start streaming. I had already begun to make more money streaming than from my day job salary. Wow. Hopefully, this little gift from Vincent would be enough to make me finally quit. $250,000. Chucky ordered a custom wig and outfit from a reputable cosplayer design. It ended up costing thousands of dollars, but the quality was much better than what you could buy from a mall outlet. I figured he knew what he was doing. In the meantime, I had to get ready when the time arrived to physically transform into Kasumi. During my streaming sessions, I began to wear more feminine clothes. He's really getting into character. Chucky got some old clothes his sister was going to throw out and gave them to me. They were a bit too big for me, but I had to make do with them for now. It was awkward at first to sit with the way too big skirt on at first. As I streamed, I got used to my feminine attire. I noticed that they were softer than men's clothing. No, it's about the same. It was certainly better than streaming all day in a pair of boxers. Not really, no. I found that I streamed better while wearing a skirt. My voice felt more natural and confident. Even my gaming skills seemed to perform better with my womanly attire. I couldn't wait to get my custom-tailored outfit. However, I needed to groom my body first. This man's going all the way. For the first time in my life, I went to the spa. It was a bit weird scheduling an appointment for the full body treatment. Whatever initial apprehension and embarrassment I had melted away when two friendly middle-aged spa specialists lavished me from head to toe. I needed to match Kasumi's cute look, so I asked for my eyebrows to be thinned out. Then, my nails were filed down into a curve. Finally, my body hair was removed. I didn't grow much hair below my nose to begin with, so it was a simple process. At home, I shaved my groin as if I had a bikini wax. I couldn't help but marvel at how fresh my skin looked when devoid of hair. He's going really all in. He's going all in. There was a new luster to my complexion that I had never noticed before. With days remaining until off-kai, my new outfit had arrived. I always thought that Kasumi Luna's schoolgirl outfit was one of the reasons she had gone viral. Countless cosplayers dressed up as the white-haired ninja at conventions. I saw bootleg outfits on sale all over the internet. I eventually planned on creating an official costume for my merchandise store. When I opened the package for the dress, I gasped at its craftsmanship. Wow. This wasn't some tacky fast fashion outfit made from polyester. It was professionally made from silk and other high-quality materials. The stitching was done by hand. I especially loved how bright the blue and white colors were. It looked truly like a still from an anime that had come to life. You want to carry a katana with this outfit? Chucky remarked. I know a guy who makes authentic Japanese swords. They can slice a ham in half. I rolled my eyes. Chucky, I can't carry a real weapon around the convention. Just the dress. However, there were still a few issues. The dress had been made more to a woman's specifications. Most noticeably, I didn't quite fill the bust line. The outfit looked droopy without something to fill that space. Thankfully, Chucky had a solution he learned from his sister. She was an A-cup and often found it difficult to cosplay as well-endowed characters. The solution to this was to pad out the bra with gel molds. This not only filled out the bust, but gave it a jiggle. You couldn't replicate the effect with something like cotton balls. Yeah, probably. I had a matching set of panties as well. I didn't think Vincent would look under my skirt. Nonetheless, I felt it was necessary to wear them to get into character. I didn't even go that far. When I first slipped them on, I found them to be surprisingly comfortable. I would be wearing these for the entire day, so it was good that they fit my groin like a silk glove. Too much detail. After this convention was over, I was going to start wearing panties during streaming instead of boxers or briefs. Too far, too far, too far, too far, too far, too far. The most challenging part of my new look was the heels. Kasumi fought demons and other rival ninjas while wearing high heels. I didn't know how she pulled off this feat while I struggled to walk in a straight line. Nonetheless, the look wouldn't work if I wore tennis shoes. After a few hours of practice, I managed to conquer Kasumi's heels. I even began to enjoy wearing them. They added to my height and gave me an air of confidence. Hell, I even wore them when I was streaming. Hold on, my nose is itchy. Okay. However, the missing piece of the puzzle was the wig. This wasn't some slip-on wig you found at the drugstore. No, this was custom made for my head. You had to use ribbons and hooks to secure it on your head. Again, Chucky came in clutch due to his experience helping his sister dress up in costumes. He expertly attached the wig to my head. I was nervous about it slipping off until my roommate gave it a good tug. This was not going to come off so easily. I really enjoyed the look of my wig. The silky white hair made my face look more youthful and feminine. It was also comfortable enough to wear for lengthy periods of time. It was going to be another part of my regular streaming arsenal. Finally, makeup was the last element needed to make Ted disappear and Kasumi come to life. Chucky, who had more experience applying makeup, decided to go light on the cosmetics. I already had feminine looks to begin with. We just needed to bring out my natural beauty. We used a bit of foundation to match the... you need to start with concealer. We used a bit of foundation to match the ninja's pale, almost moon-like skin. Kasumi wore pale pink lipstick in her artwork. It worked just as well on my lips. Some bright lip gloss brought some depth to my mouth. We topped it off with some blush that made me look more like an anime character. I was nervous when Chucky used a pen to apply eyeliner. I couldn't go to the convention with an eye gouged out. However, the guy had a steady hand of a samurai. Afterward, a bit of eyeshadow accentuated my more feminine facial features. I had ordered a pair of colored contacts online. They matched Kasumi's sapphire blue eyes. When I put them on, my irises looked eerily beautiful. There was nothing left to do except combining everything together for the dress rehearsal. The software engineer in me wanted to bug test everything before the convention. After helping me put on my wig and makeup, Chucky gave me some privacy to finish. I started by putting on my bra and panties. I just loved the feel of the panties as I slid them past my calves and up my legs. The bra was a bit trickier since it was padded. If I did it right, then you couldn't even see the gel molds. Vincent would think I had Kasumi's signature bust line. Afterward, I slowly put on the dress in order to not crumple or damage it. It was custom tailored to my specific proportions. We wouldn't have time to order another one if it was damaged. Nevertheless, I saw Ted slowly vanish as I put on the schoolgirl outfit. Gone was the unkempt software engineer. In his place, Kasumi had entered the real world. I stared in disbelief at my reflection. Yes, I was the cute ninja schoolgirl in the mirror. All the puzzle pieces had finally fallen into place. Every last trace of Ted had been eliminated. It wasn't just the physical evidence of my person. Kasumi radiated self-assurance and pride in a way Ted never did. I liked the new me. Suddenly, there was a knock in there. Everything going all right in there? Yeah, Chucky, I replied with a blush. I couldn't believe I had been staring at my reflection for so long. It reminded me of the Greek myth of Narcissus. Come on, I need an expert opinion. My roommate opened the door before staring slack-jawed at my makeover. Holy crap, Lois. I can't even tell that it's you. It's like Kasumi jumped out of the computer screen. That makes two of us, I said with a smile. I turned and faced my reflection again. It was like I was streaming with my phone, except that the Kasumi I saw was a real woman. I just hope Vincent buys it. Chucky playfully nudged me. You're going to knock him dead, Kasumi. Chapter 8. I have no idea how long this is. As I had admitted before, I wasn't the biggest fan of conventions. I always ended up overwhelmed by the number of people attending the place. It could be suffocating at times, with people walking shoulder to shoulder. This time, I entered Offkai with the confidence of an apex predator. What kind of line is that? Something about transforming into Kasumi had changed me. I walked through the halls of the venue with the gait of a supermodel. The heels that had once vexed me were now like an extension of my feet. I certainly turned heads as I explored the convention. Indeed, the other attendees were impressed by my appearance. Kasumi cosplays were becoming common. However, there was something otherworldly about mine. They were impressed I was able to mimic Kasumi's voice so easily. A few cosplayers asked for my social media account so they could follow me and get cosplay tips. Most importantly, all of them thought I was a girl. A sexy girl. A few guys even hit on me and asked me for my number. It filled me with renewed confidence that they were so attracted to me. Chucky told me that some guys visited conventions just to see sexy girls and give me clothing. Kasumi was becoming an internet sex symbol over the past few months. There was quite a bit of fan art of me at the convention. I couldn't help but notice that quite a bit of it was erotic in nature. It was not a huge surprise considering that there was a Reddit forum dedicated to naughty drawings of the ninja. Nonetheless, most people were here to buy merchandise or attend panels. A few companies held contests and handed out prizes. Some VTubers were attending the convention remotely. It seemed like something I should try after the drama with Vincent was over. I heard there was even a contest to see who had the best Kasumi Luna costume. Countless Kasumi lookalikes lined up for it. I remember that Charlie Chaplin had secretly entered a lookalike costume that actually lost to someone else. I wondered if I could do better. Nevertheless, I was here on business rather than pleasure. It's gonna change soon. I needed to find Vincent, get my money, and get out. The man had given me directions on where to meet him. Hopefully, he would buy my new look like the other attendees. I didn't know why the billionaire wanted to meet me in this place. Does he know? I always figured that rich guys were more interested in going to space than watching anime girls on streams. I hoped he wasn't too eccentric in person. Soon, I found Vincent sitting at a cafe just outside the convention. You could hardly tell that he was the richest guy in town for his casual attire, but he certainly had a striking appearance. Despite his mundane clothing, the man had a swagger of someone who would not a typical convention nerd. He was tall, handsome, and in great shape. His face was chiseled with a pair of intelligent green eyes. I felt my heart skip a beat when I saw him look back at me. I knew what he looked like from the photos on his company website, but I thought his appearance was just photoshopped. I didn't expect my biggest fan to be so handsome. Well, there was no point in delaying the inevitable. Kasumi Luna in the flesh, Vincent said as I approached him. He had a boyish grin on his face. There are so many Kasumi cosplayers around here, but I just knew you were the real one. Vincent, he giggled. I couldn't help but feel that spotting me out of the crowd was some sort of game for him. Pleased to meet you. I reached out to shake his hand. However, Vincent kissed my hand as if I were a maiden from a fantasy novel. This reminds me of someone. You know who you are. You're just as lovely in person as you are on stream. His kiss burned on my hand. Thanks. It's good to finally meet you too. You look so perfect, he said as I sat down. I wasn't sure if that was a praise or pickup line. Let's get back to business. You're probably wondering why I went through the trouble of having you meet with me. I raised an eyebrow. Vincent, you invited me here because Reflex blocked your payment. I knew that the payment would be blocked, he said to my surprise. I tried to hide my shock, but I didn't do a very good job. Vincent seemed amused at my reaction. I knew that the large amount would trigger an audit. They would reach out to you and provide my contact info. I stared at him in disbelief. Why would you do something like this? I just needed them to get your attention, he said casually. More importantly, I needed to see if you were willing to meet me in person. For a simp, this guy was much cleverer than he looked. Meet with you? For what? To see if the voice behind Kasumi matched the ninja's reputation, Vincent said. I wanted to experience something no other fan of Kasumi would ever have. I wanted to spend the evening... I can totally see... Let's call him D. I can totally see him do this. I'm willing to pay you so handsomely for it. Oh my goodness, I cannot unsee. He punctuated his statement by taking an envelope out of his jacket. The flap was open and I saw several $100 bills neatly stacked inside of it. I almost reached out to grab it before stopping myself. You'll give it to me? I'll $250,000 in exchange for an evening with me, Vincent said, sounding sincere. I'd say that's more than a fair bargain. The amount would be enough for me to finally quit my day job and stream as Kasumi full-time. I shouldn't even dare to look at this gift horse in the mouth, but I couldn't help myself. What makes me so special? There is something sincere about your performance, Vincent said, locking eyes with me. I knew that my fans worshipped me, but this guy took it to a whole new level. I've watched many VTubers, but you were the one who caught my eye. You are performing, but there's something natural about what you do. This was the opening I needed. My killer instinct as Kasumi took over. Despite Vincent's wealth and power, he worshipped my digital alter ego. I just needed to use my charms to keep him happy until I got my money. I'll make this a night to remember, Vincent. He flashed a boyish grin. Splendid! Follow me to my car. Mustering what bravery I had, I followed him to the convention's parking lot. It was pretty easy to pick out which car belonged to Leon. Most nerds didn't own a Rolls Royce. I marveled at the luxury vehicle as I sat in the passenger seat. The blue exterior shone like the surface of a polished sapphire. The interior of the Rolls Royce was even better. There was a state-of-the-art electronics in here that would make Elon Musk green with envy. Curiously enough, images of Kasumi Luna were etched on the dashboard and the ceiling of the car. Whoa, this is amazing. I heard each Rolls Royce is custom-made. It must have cost a fortune. He beamed with approval. You know your cars, Kasumi. I had this one specifically made for this occasion. This guy was talking about buying a Rolls Royce as if it were easy as picking out a new pair of shoes at Foot Locker. I raised an eyebrow and asked, just how many Rolls Royce do you own, Vincent? 17, he said without skipping a beat. I didn't know whether to be impressed or worried by his nonchalant answer. This was clearly a powerful and obsessive man. However, this one's my favorite for obvious reasons. It felt strange being called Kasumi when I wasn't streaming, but I looked at one of the etchings of my character on his dashboard. It almost felt like I was driving in my own version of the Batmobile. I have to get me one of these. $250,000 can get you a decent car, Vincent replied, reminding me of the fortune awaiting me. I'm curious, what do you plan to do with the money? The reason I wanted to meet with you was to make sure it got to the voice behind Kasumi Luna, not some middle manager. Rest assured, it's staying with me, I answered. It wasn't too far from the truth. As for what I'll do with it, I'm not sure. Probably just pay some bills and save the rest. I guess that's not very exciting. Vincent seemed impressed at my answer. But you are being practical. Suddenly, my stomach growled. I couldn't help but blush at the unladylike behavior. Sorry, I haven't eaten since this morning. He flashed at me a look of concern. You must be famished. Let's get something to eat. I know a good French restaurant around here. Eat? I said, tilting my head. I had dressed for an anime convention instead of a 5-star restaurant. But I can't go in there looking like this. They'll kick us out. Vincent waved off my concerns. You've dressed perfectly for the occasion. Chapter 9. It turned out I didn't need to worry about the dress code. The fancy French restaurant rolled out the red carpets for us once they got word that Vincent Leon would be attending with a special guest. Well, they didn't literally roll out the carpet, but you get the idea. A teenage valet came to drive Vincent's car to the parking lot. The kid quivered with excitement at the thought about driving a Rolls Royce, even for a few minutes. Vincent even gave the valet a generous tip for good measure. When we entered, the other guests stared at us. I honestly couldn't blame them. They were all dolled up in designer clothes, and here I was looking like I came from a costume party. Then again, Vincent looked like he had dressed for a rock show rather than a classy restaurant. Regardless, the two of us got the white glove treatment from the staff. We were provided a private table in their VIP room. I guess the word of Vincent's wealth and generosity had spread far and wide. I waited tables in college and I knew the staff looked a good tipper. A young waitress came to take our orders. It turned out that she was a fan of Kasumi Luna. The woman was very impressed that I sounded so much like her idol. I let her think that I was just another cosplay rather than the real deal. At Vincent's recommendation, I ordered a mutton chop with some peach cobbler. It was one of Kasumi's favorite foods according to her bio. My date decided on some escargot with white truffle sauce. He offered to share his meal with me, but I wasn't feeling so adventurous. It was strange sawing through the mutton chop while dressed as an anime girl. Nonetheless, the atmosphere of the restaurant was nourishing to both my body and soul. I had been streaming non-stop for the past few months. I had hardly took off a day until now. It felt good to relax and have fun with one of my fans. Vincent and I made small talk over food. I learned that he watched VTubers as a way to relieve the stress of being a top business executive. Most of the men in his business did drugs or hired prostitutes to deal with their problems. He didn't want to follow their self-destructive behavior. This billionaire fell in love with Kasumi the moment he had seen her design. She was tough, but she still had a sexy edge to her. Vincent especially liked the lore surrounding the character. In all honesty, I could barely follow their storyline of a rival ninja clans fighting each other. Chucky, being an anime expert, was the one who came up with most of the details. Nonetheless, I was glad that people liked Kasumi's story. After leaving the waitress a sizable tip, we were on the road again. Vincent took me out of the city to an area where we could see the stars more clearly. After discovering Kasumi, the billionaire had become more interested in astronomy. After all, Kasumi's lore was tied to the moon and various constellations. Hell, the ninja was born on the moon and came down to live on Earth. It was some trippy stuff, but my viewers ate it up. Together, we watched the full moon rise up in the sky. You couldn't get a view like this in the city. There was just too much light pollution. Here, the celestial bodies were as bright as LED lights on a Christmas tree. This certainly had been a night to remember. Dressing up as Kasumi had unveiled a new side to me. This part was confident, feminine, and able to match wits with the billionaire. Perhaps it was always a part of me. It had laid hidden until streaming, as Kasumi caused it to rise to the surface. As I stared at the moon, I felt Vincent's fingers become interlocked with mine. I felt warmth emanate from his hand. I didn't know the last time I had been so intimate with someone. I don't like where this is going. Vincent placed the finger under my chin and turned my head so that I faced him. His green eyes shone as bright as any star in the night sky. My devotee looked madly in love with me. We kissed. I thought my body would struggle or show some sign of resistance. Instead, I seemed to melt into his lips. I felt his hands on my hips as his tongue probed deeper into my mouth. Ted may have fought against this, but he was firmly in the back seat. Kasumi was running the show. The ninja in me loved the danger of this kiss. Oh, together, we spooned on the top of his car as the moon shone above us. Nuzzling my lips against my ear, Vincent whispered to me, "You're everything I thought you would be." I planted a kiss on his soft lips. Another satisfied viewer. I think I'm sufficiently drunk. Okay, chapter 10. After cleaning ourselves up, Vincent dropped me at a nearby train station. I actually planned on taking an Uber home. I figured it would be best to take a more roundabout way home. A man with Vincent's resources could probably figure out who I was. However, he seemed content to keep some distance from Kasumi's voice actors. I think he wanted to retain the image of the VTuber as an untouchable goddess. Do I have another drink? I do not. As promised, the billionaire gave me $250,000. I thanked him profusely. Vincent, I don't know what to say. Thank you. I'm now at an impasse because I've thought about this situation and I've wondered what my monetarily goal limit, whatever it's called, would be my own. And that is extremely way over my limit thing, baseline, whatever it's called. Dolly. Sex for $250,000. I shouldn't be talking. No. I'm saying too much. No, I'm the one who should be thankful. Vincent replied, still starstruck. You've given me something money can't buy. It's not true. He literally just bought. I smiled. See you next stream. We left after a lingering kiss. While nothing changed for Kasumi after this encounter, things drastically changed for Ted. I'm overheating, bros. I'm overheating. I finally had enough money to quit my job. I had gotten tired of my software job by now. Every time I opened up a boring corporate email or sat through a team meeting, I daydreamed of streaming as Kasumi. When the time came, I gave them my 2 weeks notice with a smile on my face. Funnily enough, my employer offered a raise and salary match against competing job offers. Software engineers didn't exactly grow on trees. Someone with my experience was a valuable commodity. I could have probably gotten a good offer from one of our rival companies. Nonetheless, I was dead set on being a VTuber. Streaming was what made me the happiest I had ever been. Besides, they could raise my salary, but they could never replicate the love I got from Kasumi's fans. I really hope I don't go that path. If I ever go that path, please end me. Please end me if I ever do this. Ultimately, my encounter with Vincent ended up being a one-time affair. Literally. As for the billionaire himself, he was a regular on stream. We never talked about arranging another date. Vincent had lived out his fantasy and seemed happy to watch me from behind a computer screen. I think we both preferred if we kept in contact only over the internet. Vincent kept showering me with sizable donations. Nonetheless, I had reached the point that I had made more money than I knew what to do with. Now, I didn't just stream just for the big bucks. I did it because so many people look forward to seeing me each day. It was a way for them to have fun and relieve stress. I started dressing up as Kasumi while streaming. It got me more into character and my performance improved. My viewers noticed that I was much more energetic during streams. Other than teasing a bit of my new streaming outfit, even Chucky was supportive of my new look. I think my roommate was happy to see his creation succeed on the internet. In another lifetime, Kasumi Luna would have lain dormant on his computer. It would have been tragic. Thankfully, I was successful beyond measure. It wasn't just my fans who were dying to see me. My companies tried to ink advertisement deals with me. It felt like I was Michael Jordan with how many sponsorships I was receiving. I also got a call behind the company organizing Offkai. They wanted me to attend their next convention. Of course, I wouldn't actually be attending in person. Instead, they would stream me into the venue. There would be a panel where I introduce myself and take questions from fans attending Offkai. In essence, it was no different from my regular streaming activities. I was still very happy to attend and meet fans. Regardless, my day-to-day streaming remained my top priority. I loved playing games and talking to my chat. I couldn't believe an activity I dreaded a few months ago was now my full-time job. For that matter, being an anime ninja for a living didn't feel like a job. Kasumi wasn't just some digital costume. She was every bit a part of me as my skin and hair. The ninja was that piece of my identity that had been hidden for too long. She was the real me that had finally taken her spot in the limelight. That reminded me. My next stream was coming up. I quickly loaded up the streaming software and rated my microphone. I activated the camera on my phone and watched as Kasumi sprang to life. Once I was satisfied, I watched as the countdown got closer and closer to 0. 3. My heart thundered as the digits count down. I had always had stage fright before streaming. It was something that I could never shake off despite months of streaming. The opening seconds of a stream sent a shiver down my spine. 2. However, now I had the confidence to face my fears head on. 1. Finally, I brought my lips near the microphone as courage filled my veins. Hello, chat! My name is Kasumi Luna, and welcome to my stream! That's the story. That is the story. That is the story. That is the story. I need a drink. I need a drink. I'm kinda dizzy. I think the alcohol actually helped me read through this. Holy moly. I should have known. I should have known. Going off the cover, I should have known it was gonna be like this. Rating? I'll give it a 4 out of 10. Below average. I've read better in doujinshi. The Japanese are better at writing this kind of stuff. It was an experience. It was certainly an experience. It was weird. It was very weird. I'm definitely gonna need to go back and cut out that entire scene. Reads like a 4chan short story. It kind of does, actually. It really does. Yeah, I'm gonna need to cut out that entire scene. I'm so glad that I'm not in the right state of mind right now. But it was able to carry me through, and I can. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my coblet. What's your recommendation? My recommendation is Shimakazu's Room. I'm pretty sure is the name. Let me look it up real quick. It's a series. It's a series, but that's a good one in my opinion. Shimakazu Segs. I don't even know what to do anymore. I'm just kind of like, I'm at a loss right now. I'm at a loss right now. Wait, I just realized. Vincent never found out. No one ever found out. No one ever found out. But it's not like that hasn't happened before. It has happened before that people have done that without the other person knowing. Why would you read this stuff? Because Nyaru okay, let me pull it up. Let me pull it up. Wait, it's been 2 hours, really? Okay, not too bad, not too bad. Let me pull it up. Where is it? Let me pull it up. It's in here somewhere. Vincent knew all along. Maybe he knew. Maybe he's okay with it. Maybe he's okay with it. Alright, let me pull it up. Can I just say it? Can I straight up just say it? Nyaru posted a tweet saying, "Remind me to never search VTuber on Google ever again." And she posted this story here. Oh, that's her. That's Kasumi. Oh, I never made the connection. The thumbnail on this stream, that's supposed to be Kasumi. Oh, I see. Yeah. Yeah. And so I decided, okay, so all I saw is this tweet, and it says, "Remind me to never search VTuber on Google ever again," and it had this, and then I went looking for it, and then I found it, and then I read the first 5 pages, and then I thought, wouldn't it be funny if I read this on stream and tore it apart? Honestly, it kind of tore me apart a little bit. I'm kind of dizzy right now, bros. Yeah. I need water. Oh, you know what I just realized? I have food. I have food in the fridge from yesterday. I have yesterday's spaghetti from yesterday. Okay, hold on. Let me come back. Let me come back. There we go. Okay, I'm out of character now. I'm back in a different character now. I'm back. There we go. I'm back. I am no longer in the other character now. Oh my heck. Busy together. But yes, go drink water. Okay, I drink water. I drink the water. This Nikki would never talk about decent fluids or indecent acts. So true. Bros, I'm dead, bro. I'm dead. Like, cross-dressing and everything is fun, but like, it's extremely easy. It's a very slippery slope. It's an extremely slippery slope, let me tell you that. I've seen stuff you people wouldn't believe. Before you say anything, that's a Blade Runner reference. My life could have gone in a completely different direction. I'm gonna tell you that. What is this? What is that? I don't know, but it's gone. My life could have gone in a completely different direction back in, what was it, 2020? And I'm convinced that was another timeline split, because the only thing stopping me from doing something very bad is that I got declined over there. I probably could have made a lot of money over there, but then I'd have no shame. I'm speaking way too much. I'm talking way too much. It's the alcohol speaking. Let me drink some more water. I'm dead, bros. I'm dead. I feel like I'm comfortable where I am right now. Or at least I'm in better timelines, but well, I've never read it before, but that is the Metamorphosis timeline. Yeah. Yeah, it could have been so much worse. It could have been so much worse. And I call myself a slut, but it's a joke. It's just a joke. Oh man, I'm dizzy. I swear, I'm gonna stand up and I'm gonna get dizzy. How about some chew? How about some chewing? How about some chewing? I'm gonna do the munching. Oh, it doesn't pick up. It doesn't pick up on the microphone. I don't think I'm munching though. I'm having a snack. I'm having a snack. Yeah, it's not picking up on stream. It's fine though. Eat food. I have the. Oh my goodness! I think I'm drunk. I think I'm actually drunk. I have the what's it called? The snack thing on my desk that I'm the eating. I am the eating the snack on the desk. I just realized I have a Dojin open on my computer. I should close that. How? What is this? I'm I'm dead, bros. Oh, Senna's doing a Monster Girl tier list. Let's see. Oh, she's pretty up there. Let's see. I'm thinking I might just end tune and send everyone over there. Kind of want to check this out. Decent taste. Oh, that's pretty good taste. She has a Harpy up in S tier. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. All right. All right. I need to calm down. I need to calm down. I need to edit. I need to private this VOD, edit it, and then I don't know, man. I'm so out of it. I'm gonna try to draw. I don't know. Bro. I'm dead, bro. I'm dead, bro. How long has she been streaming for, anyways? Bro. I think I'm drunk. Oh, an hour ago. Okay, yeah, that's fine. It's fine. Okay. Okay. So as a joke, I decided to read this. It ended up taking me for a trip. But it was kind of enjoyable, aside from the sex stuff. But I do like reading stuff. Just not smut. I smut. I'm not. I'm not. That's something else entirely. Okay. Anyways, thank you so much for putting up with me. I appreciate you. I'm so happy that I have people that at the very least pretend to like me and come here and talk to me, because I don't talk to anyone in real life. I think that's too much information. It's fine. It's fine. I think I'm drunk, bros. I love you guys. I love you guys for real. And I'm not even like drunk posting right now. I do love you guys. It's true. Never had this downfall. It's true. I wanted this man to go all the way down and like. Nah, he doesn't deserve it. He doesn't deserve it. He didn't do anything wrong. Ted didn't do anything wrong aside from letting himself get groomed. I need to wake up. I need to wake up. I need to wake up. Okay. What day is it? Monday? I need to think of a plan for next week. I have no idea what I'm doing next week. Love you too. Proud of you drinking. Yeah. I'm drinking. I'm eating the water. I did not intend to get drunk tonight at all, but I felt like I needed to in order to power through. Just power through. So that's why I'm eating and I'm drinking water because I don't want to get super gone. It was just to get rid of the thing. Oh, there's something trending in the United States. Oh, Nikki, thank you. But this is actually kind of like making me rethink certain things. This this story made me think about myself, and I don't think it's in a positive way. I'm glad you pointed your channel to me. They're goofy and entertaining streams. Thank you. That means a lot. It means a lot. It really does mean a lot. It really does. It really does. It really does. Oh no, dead air. Okay. Thank you very much. Let's go watch Senna and her Monster Girl stream. So before that, I'm gonna thank everyone here. So thank you, thank you, Bogus Kubus, thank you, James Jameson, thank you, Deslaris, thank you, Bingo Panic. Oh my goodness, I think I'm getting even more drunk. I think it's hitting even harder now. Thank you, Cowie. Oh man, I need to drink more water. I need to actually eat food. I need to eat real food. Hold on. Thank you, Kyle Kazuma. Thank you. Who else was in here? I don't remember. I don't. Oh, beef pie was slept. Beef pie was sleep. What was the other thing? Oh, Traub. Yeah, Traub. Yeah. What? I'm confused. Thank you, Loot Awakening. I think that's everyone. Yeah. Okay. Let's. What was I saying? Let's go watch Senna. Let me just link her thing over here. Hmm. Oh, holy. See you soon. Oh yeah, okay, sure, buddy. All right, Otsu Groom. I feel like I could have done the higher pitched voice a lot better, but it's whatever. I'll perfect it.